Good morning, everybody. This song is called Lemon Slice. Okay? So I felt it was cool. It's called Lemon Slice by MZO. I'm going to start off with this Sunday morning getting you kind of in a groove here. You know what I mean? And I got to take a pee. You know what I mean? I'll be right back. And we'll start in about 5 minutes. So get yourself ready. Going to break down some stuff for Bitcoin silver. Very interesting what we're seeing here for silver. So I'm excited. Let's have a great morning update here on Sunday. God bless you all. I love this community. I love this life. And God has given us another day full of opportunity. You're blessed.
got time for you. There's no softness in your smile. I fill the room with smoke. Turn the lights down low. My feet stand firm on the ground. You turn my world upside down. I don't want you to go. Life is rust and stone without you. Without you.
Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show. Greatest show on earth. Seriously, never felt better. Never felt better. You never felt better over here. Oh yeah. Sick, yeah, baby. That's called Rust and Stone by Mo Life. In case you want to know what's happening there. Okay. Shout out to everybody here in the morning. God bless each and every one of you. Let's take a look at what's happening to BTC on this beautiful Sunday morning. I think I'm going to go to the boat show. If you're out there in St. Pete, you might just see me. Jump out to the boat show. Say hi to the Crypto Lifer. Stop playing yourself. Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. Hope you're having a wonderful time. Hope everything's going your way. Hope you're having feeling blessed. So, yeah. Life is good, baby. Life is good. Let's see. ZKB's up 90%. SUIU pad's up. A little bit of movement. I'm going to look at SUIU. I've always liked SUIU. And it's funny. Remember yesterday, the first thing I did to say it's going to go sideways. We're going to be right there in the green box. Right? And then I moved it. But that was my first, always go with your first instinct. Right? But we're going to take a look at BTC. It went sideways. I see it going sideways until 6 p.m. Because why not? They made it this far. They might as well just keep going. Will they bust through and make a CME gap? You never know. Let's take a look at what's happening here for Bitcoin and break it down for you so you aren't stressed every single day and you have a good handle over the market. That's what we do here at Crypto Lifer. My bosses, the people that I work for, they're like, Sam, you better get your butt out there and tell the people what's going on. We got a business to run. What do you think this is? 7 days a week. Get out there. Stop your whining. But I haven't taken a day off in years, sir. Could I please? Shut up, sir. But look, we got this beautiful rising price action. It's so nice. And falling RSI. That is called hidden bullish divergence. It tells you that there's a 90% chance you're going to break these wicks before you break these wicks in these candles. And so far, so good. That's happening here on the monthly time frame. We have 18 days. 13 more days left, man. We're more than halfway through this month. If we can get this will be a big, big deal. Big money coming into Bitcoin. $1.4 billion in spot ETFs. Fresh money poured back into spot Bitcoin ETFs this week, giving the market a clear jolt. After a quiet month, the inflows total $1.42 billion, the biggest weekly pickup since early October. That rush price pushed prices high. That didn't push prices higher. This is a facetious article. But anyway, that one buy. I mean, what it did, though, is it created sentiment. And you could say it added, but it's $1.4 billion in a $2 trillion asset. I mean, some of the buying came through a tight set of funds that have a wide reach with big clients. The move is being read as a return of steady long-term money rather than quiet speculative bets. And when you have that much money in there, and it makes sense, the hidden bullish divergence, the indicators are telling the big boys it's time to get in. 500 million Bitcoin whale awakens after 12 years, dumps millions with 31,000. Yeah, he woke up one day and said, hey, there's an opportunity. Maybe there's something he wanted to do. You know what I mean? He sold 2,500 Bitcoin in multiple transactions, earning about 265 million at the average price. So now he's a multi-millionaire. Like, what is he going to, Again, they're going to print that down to 120. He should. See, that's the thing. You sell Bitcoin back to 265. You pay a tax, I don't think you should ever sell Bitcoin. I think you should borrow against it. I personally will never sell Bitcoin. That's me, though. I want to be an oil baron, though. I want to pass on. And when I'm on my 90th birthday, if I'm still alive and I'm doing my thing, I want to pass that wealth on to my kids. If I sell Bitcoin when I'm 80 years old, that's a taxable event. And then they're just going to print that money to zero again. Every time you get out of the Bitcoin and back into the dollar, you're back in the same problem again. And now you have even more money with a bigger problem. So you keep the Bitcoin, you borrow against it. Yeah, it's delayed gratification. There's a little hard work there than just selling it and getting the money immediately. But it's like a little kid that has to work for what he has instead of just getting a candy immediately. Anyway, so it's interesting. Swing up, swing down on Bitcoin. Let's go further now. The 2-week chart, my go-to, is above this previous support as resistance. It's got support at 86,000. And right now, that support, as far as I'm concerned, where these two candles met, right there at about 91,200. So we have 91K support for Bitcoin. That's strong. I personally started buying lots of Bitcoin again. I felt comfortable buying $5,000, $2,000, $10,000, right? I started accumulating a lot in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8 weeks. I've been buying so much Bitcoin because you got to buy these dips. I can't buy up here. When we started ripping, it looks like we're going to go higher. I got a little sad. I said, man, I may never, it's getting so expensive. I'll never be able to get, but in 80K is different than 120K. You can get so much more for your money. I took advantage of that. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't think I'm saying you should be taken as such. But I'm one of the only YouTubers. All their people are showing you their leverage trades, which is great. That's fine. I'm not hating. I'm the only YouTubers out here buying Bitcoin spot constantly with big money in front of you, constantly, like without fail. And I'm showing you the slow, consistent way to make money without leverage trading, without taking money from nobody. I'm not saying you don't. I leverage trade. I love it. It's fun. It's a game to me. It's interesting. I like to use it to take advantage of the market. It's super awesome when you get a bigger move and you get more gains. Hey, why not? But at the end of the day, I made my initial millions. I never leverage traded to make $1 million. I never borrowed money. I never prop firmed. I did it with my own money. I did it with my own mind, and I grinded from one day to the next day. And as that sounds boring to you, and you want to make, but to me, overnight money is overnight losses too. Like long-term gains create long-term wins that don't disappear overnight. 2-week chart looks bullish to me. I like what I'm seeing. Look at the push there. And I talked about how every time we got this cross, 1, 2, 3, and it's about once a year. We got one in December there, so a little different. I mean, one in April and one in December. But mainly that was October. That was one in September. April. There's really about one a year. And we got it here right at the end of December of 2025. So, yeah, I mean, things are just looking up. I like what I'm seeing. The weekly, also bullish engulfing, previous resistances, support. I like what we're seeing. 5-day chart still could be making a bear flag. This is the one thing that I'm not really a fan of. I got to see this candle turn green and get above that 21 moving average. If we get above the 21, it'll change everything. The 3-day holding well above the 200. That's pretty cool if you ask me. And to me, it's like, I'm going to show you what I use. I'm using daily support of resistance, but this is it. Like, you have tweezer top, you broke back above, you can't go back inside. You go back inside here, the 5-day could be a bear flag. You have to be open-minded that we could be bull trapping. This could be a bull trap on the bear flag. And the cool thing is, I just realized that a bunch of people are going to short this thinking it's a bull trap. And so we have a liquidity bar, we've got the next resistance, and we've got all the shorts. So to me, and look, you started to move off the VRVP, you usually make it through to the next high volume node. This is telling us that we've bounced off the point of control and we're headed right up here. We're headed right up there to 106,006. It's very, very likely. So anyway, that's what I see happening for Bitcoin. I could be wrong, but in the general big picture, I see a gap move on the VRVP. Let's talk about the daily, getting a little bit of some green action right now, and that's important. So look, we've got this support of resistance right here. You could use the wicks. I like to use candle bodies, but you can clearly see how the wicks did create resistance, and we kind of bounced right off that key level. But the idea is we just don't want to close a daily candle below my yellow line, below 94,250, really 94.5. As long as we stay above 94,500, we have ourselves a move here. Cup and handle broke out. The daily just has to reconnect to the 21. It didn't dump fast to the 21. It's slowly going sideways. This was the dream. This was the plan. This could be one of the biggest trades I ever make in history right here. If this ends up playing out, my goodness. And my bot will get out in such a big gain. And people have doubted me. People have thought maybe Sam has, failed us. Maybe Sam doesn't know what he's talking about. These moves just take so long that when they finally play out, I think the whole world's going to be in shock. They're like, dang, I should have listened to the lifer. The guy who never took a day off. You'd think the guy who never takes a day off would be the most accurate. You'd hope so, right? I mean, if I wasn't, what would be the point of never taking a day off, right? Like, the guy's horrible and he never takes a day off. Yikes. So the point is this. Let's take a look. Previous resistance was support. Remember when I called that bottom that day? I did. It was Friday. I said, listen, if I didn't call it, but I said, hey, if the green candle closed in the 4 hour, we long. You're still in that long. I want to make that clear. A lot of people don't stick with me. I keep coming back, but they don't. They come every couple of days, and they can't. When I'm here every day, say I say something on Monday, but Tuesday I see something that contradicts it or changes the story because and then you come on Thursday and say, but you didn't say that on Monday. It's like, well, you haven't been here Tuesday and Wednesday. You've missed out on key segments. So to me, I see a couple things. I see a bit of a double bottom, right? I mean, it's kind of like it retests support twice. And to me, it fell out of the pattern, got back inside. And I could see this thing rip to the upside. So it looks like we might get a Sunday short squeeze. Where the stochastics are aside, oversold, pointing to the upside on the 4 hour time frame. We did not break previous resistance. We used it as support. All you do right there is you bought, once that green candle closes, so everyone's like, where are the entries? What do? You zoom out, you use the 4 hour. If you're using the 4 hour, that means you have to wait for confirmations on the 4 hour, right? So you have to wait for a candle to close in the 4 hour above previous resistance. If that happens, just like that, you get in the trade right here with a stop right there. If this thing rips to the upside, you make money. See how simple trading is? It's having a plan, saying, I like to trade support or resistance. It works really well. There's previous resistance. We bounce off support. I'm going to buy there. I know it seems too simple to be true, like that's really how you do it, but that's it. Like, it's that simple. The problem is people think trading is more complex. It's having a very simple strategy and repeating it over and over again. Whether it's, moving averages, support or resistance. I use a bunch of different things, but I can pinpoint, my mind now can separate certain stuff. Dang, my finger, man. I don't know why that happens sometimes. So here we are. Now we have a resistance that we can't seem to get back above at 95.7. You see, we got to bust through that. Let's take a look at the 1 hour time frame. 1 hour's a little overbought, but it's kind of doing that curvy twist where it's going back for more. So that's a good sign. We might get a pump here, So I would expect us to just go sideways up until 6 p.m. tonight, where the CME, and when the CME opens, man, expect some volatility. So, and to me, it's leading like we're going to get a short squeeze. I'm not trying to tell you what's happening for sure. Look, 95.5 is above us. There's liquidity there. So this looks like it's going to break out to me if I had to put my 2 cents in there. Again, it's got to break back above the 200. There's still some resistances. I get it. We got to get smart move. Wait for it to get above 95.7 and then trade it. Because you'll get above this resistance here and use that as support. You see, and then you got the gap in the VRVP for the trade. You just get a little late entry from the POC. That's pretty nice. So that's a nice visual that we just created there. 5 minute time frame back above the 200 moving average, and the 1 minute is back above the 200 too. There we are too with the flag above the 200 with the 21 touching, and boom, we go to the upside, right? So very interesting times. I like what I'm seeing. I believe we're going to go sideways till 6 p.m. based on what the charts and the CME. That's what I see happening. And be open-minded. But as long as we stay above 94.5 here, we have a big chance of moving further to the upside. Stop losses at 93 may never get hit. 92 liquidations may never get hit. That may be a safe zone. My key thing is this. If Bitcoin breaks down, it'll hit here. It'll end up back in here. And then we have to decide whether that was a false and that's fine because you get stopped out, then you're here, you don't lose a lot. It's just one trade. And then you might have to short, or then you have to figure what's going to happen again, then we reassess and we look for more. And we do what we do every single day until the market gives us the key insights. The market's going to give me the insights. I know that. It always has. It's confusing sometimes, but when I stay at it every single day, I eventually get the insight that matters. Some days I have to look confused. Some days I have to look like I'm looking for the killer, right? I don't know what happened. I'm like a detective, piecing the story together. But as I respect Sundays, I do work Sundays, but I like to keep it light. I'll be with my family all day, most of the day, and I'll be hanging out with my kids because they deserve a lot of me because they're my kids, man. And they only have so long to be with their dad in this way, right? Until they grow up. So I love you all. I appreciate you. Pay attention. 2 coins that I really like are Pal AI. I like Pal AI. I think it could do numbers. You know, I researched a lot of coins the last few years. Nothing has changed about the coin, like Palm AI, Pal AI. Nothing has changed about the coins we found 2-3 years ago. Teams, projects, ideas. AI still is hot. We just have to wait for Ethereum to kick off. Ethereum's got good news too. I think it may outperform Bitcoin this year. It's got lower fees than ever. It's actually operating at a way higher rate with low fees. It's pretty good. It's kind of what it should have been years ago when we had heavy DeFi on it. So that's interesting. Any last thing you want to talk about here? Let me just jump on into the chat and activate the chat. And funny, I didn't post this to the group accidentally. Testing whether people use their notification bell, right? When you're in the morning and you're running and gunning, it is what it is, man. Shout out to the 104,000 subscribers on the channel. I greatly appreciate that. It's an absolute blessing. God bless each and every one of you for being here. Thank you so much for jumping on in and sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Apologize for that not posting in the Discord there. I drew a blank on that one. I have Pal AI. Yeah, hey, love your consistency. What will you need to see to put another million trade on Bitcoin? Honestly, I think it's time. It might be time right now. You know, I like that we're staying above this key level, to be honest. Right? So I just, to me, there's a chance that 93.8 never gets liquidated and we go further to the upside. That's kind of where we stand. So if I see that honestly, this could be the time right now with stop losses right here, below 91,800. Sundays aren't my favorite, but that's an uptrending cup and handle. And we could get a short squeeze tonight that changes the story. Because once we break up here, now support will be 97,000. You see? Look, you break up, you support. You break up, you support. You hit support. Like, this is what happens. Okay? Yeah. Anyway, this is what I see going on. One last thing I want to look at is SUIU. SUIU, Mario. And take a look at SUIU. Wow, you know, so SUIU's doing the same, very similar to Bitcoin, right? It's inside this daily flag. So if Bitcoin takes off, it almost looks like SUIU will do some damage, you see? Doesn't look as good as Bitcoin, a little less structure, but it looks nice. Let's look at the 8 hour. 8 hours above the 200 moving average, touching the 21. That's a go-to place to get in. SUIU looks like it could start to take off right now. And we have a long right here on SUIU. Stop loss below, let's say 158. Targets 274. I like SUIU right here. And that's my signal. I play the 21 above the 200 over and over and over again. I empower people to learn how to trade for the rest of their lives, man. Sad to say, hey, you might not, you know, I can teach you how to do this every single day of my life. And I am rewarded beyond belief. God has given me so much, I don't think you would even believe. If I told you how well I was rewarded for what I'm doing, I think you would fall on the floor. One day I'll write a book and I will reveal, but not now. It's not the time. But I want you to know that I love you, that God will take care of you if you put other people first. God will take care of you if you're a family person and you love your kids. God will take care of you. God loves you, and he wants you to have a wonderful life. Okay? God is there for you. Jesus prayed to God every day, man. He taught you the way. He taught you that God was his father. He has a father. You have a father. Amen. The Father is there, man. The overseer, the energy form, the love frequency. It's so high that once you attach to it, you cannot be filled with negative energy. It's impossible. When you connect to God's clean energy, look, 777s whenever I talk. See this? Do you notice that? Do you notice the 777 show up every single time I'm around? And it's like clockwork. And it sits there. It'll sit there until I'm done speaking about high frequency. The sevens will sit there. I control the narrative. This is a simulation. Look, I'm controlling the simulation through thoughts. If you don't think so, then you're being controlled by someone else's thoughts. Interesting, right? Look at that, and now it's gone. And now it's gone. So my whole point is, raise your frequency, keep your vibration high, okay? And never let anyone tell you you're of negative space. I just saw, what is going on here? This is insane. Bitcoin Bill comes through and drops another. Bitcoin Bill, I don't know who you are, but another 20 memberships being gifted to the lifers, man? Every single time, man. Now I'm going to the boat show today. I'm going to have to do a stream for you guys. Thank you so much. And everyone jump on in. I'm going to wait for everyone to get that. There's 20 memberships to be had. It turns you green. You know. Top of the morning to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here. SUIU looks like it's in the model in the 8-hour time frame, getting ready for a move. I mean, that's a cup and handle. Previous support is resistance. I like SUIU. SUIU looks pretty good to me. I've always been a SUIU guy. A little bit of SUIU over here. So wait. You know, it took a long time. Didn't do what I wanted it to do, but I believe SUIU could do some damage. Lifer, thank you as always, man. Long-time lifer and group member for my second year, Shine Light. So your motivation reaches dark corners. You may not even realize. Thank you. No, I do, because I used to be in such a dark corner. And so the real reason why I said that, I talked about copper, man. Copper, baby. Copper Standard Holdings, is that? Give me a list of copper miners. Anyone got some copper mining stocks? Let me know. God wants us to have a wonderful eternity. Life is full of trials and tribulations. The disciples were horrifically. I know. What happens when Bitcoin drops when you get a loan against it? Can you please give us more information so we can understand? Thank you. Yeah, that's fine. You just keep paying the loan. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, like it's a 5-6 year term. Like you don't wait, you know. And again, yeah. Maybe you have to put more Bitcoin in to support the loan at a certain point. I don't know how that works. It's a good question. These are great questions. And I'm going to do it, so I'm going to figure out all this stuff for you. This is just the beginning. All right? But you're going to borrow against the Bitcoin. The key is you have a bunch of cash on the side when you do that. You could just you could basically, settle the loan. You got to have backing, man. Right? Bitcoin, Bill, you're a bright phenomenon, bro. Yeah, I'd love to know who Crypto Bill is. Or Bitcoin Bill. It's Bitcoin Bill. We have Crypto Billy and Bitcoin Bill. Yeah. I think people think this is Crypto Billy. Maybe. No, there's Big Crypto Billy. See? Bitcoin Bill and Crypto Bill are two different people. They really are. You would assume they're not, but they really are. This guy's giving 20 memberships every single day. I'm fascinated. Anyway. I love you all. Keep pushing. Keep believing in yourself. Stay focused. Stay fresh. Don't overtrade. 6 p.m. things will start to cook. Altcoins were okay this weekend, but it wasn't like a green fest. And let's see where we start. I still like silver as a trade right now. I'm in the silver trade right now on MEXC. So if you want to trade where I trade, do what I do, you can hit the link to the pinned comment. I don't know if it's there. I don't think we got it, Sean. But it's all right. It happens, right? No pinned comment today. It's a shame. It's a shame. Are you out there, Sean? Shout out to Andrew Yurkovic. He's Kaiser Koze. You're funny. Kaiser Soze. Yeah. Sorry I confused the names. No, don't be sorry, man. I did too. It's an easy confusion. It's simple. But he is here. Crypto Billy is here. Right there, look. With the 777. So you didn't confuse anything. Crypto Billy is here. Make sure that's the right chat. Sometimes I pop out the wrong chat. There's a lot going on when you're live, you know? Now that's the right chat. Yeah, everything's going to have silver. Silver on BTCC, silver on Pionex. Of course, they're all going to get silver. 100%. And the New York stock market is closed tomorrow for Martin Luther King Day 2, which will slow us down and usually affect the week. That means Tuesday turns into false move Monday. So get ready. That could also have a slowing effect in the market. All right. I gave you gold and silver yesterday. I've gone over so many charts in the last week. You guys are situated and ready to go. COPX on Bitmart. Is that copper? COPX, I don't see it. Oh, here we go. Glacier Copper Miners, ARCA. Yeah, 80, wow. Same price as silver. It just went from 40 to 80. Dang. That was the come up right there. I mean, it's a little extended right now. On the weekly, I'd say that, I don't know though, what if they just go parabolic with gold though? Interesting. These are the tougher trades to make because this could break down or up, depending. But that, I mean, wow. They'd have to go on a massive move. I'd say they go, the most likely is you're going to go sideways. Then you're going to rip up. It seems like the big institutions are weighing down on Bitcoin prices. Can they actually let the price go all the way up or tame it down for a long time? I'm telling you, it's going to go further. It looks like it may. I was talking about copper last night in the trading group, to be honest. Yeah. Thank you, Sean. God bless you and everyone. If you want to trade where we trade, we have a pinned comment for you here. Weeks, BTCC, and MEXC. Jump on in today if you would like to know more. Whales, we have to get this right. Yep, 6 months alcohol free. I just did 3 sets of chin-ups and pull-ups for 39 reps, lifting weights now. Threw 400 punches on a heavy bag in 6 rounds. You sound amazing, bro. Keep going, man. You're going to look awesome. You're going to feel good. And it's going to affect your trades in a positive way. I don't see how your mind working and the blood flowing is going to be good for you. Uranium Energy Corp. Wow, that thing is ripping. Uranium. With nuclear war and all sorts of, right? I mean, interesting. 3-day chart just kind of got a little roofed. The weekly looks like it's just getting started, though. Like, it just broke out of weekly. Dude, that thing's a breakout. Then I'd look for the daily flag, right? So the weekly breaks out, you look for the daily flag. So you make sure the weekly looks bullish, you trade the daily flag. That's how I found the 15-minute looks bullish, I trade the 1 minute. So I learned how to make big money on the big time frames from scalping. I just shifted the time frames, you know. Yeah. Oh, it's going higher, though. Everything's going to get more for the consumer. Congratulations, man, on 6 months sober. It's been the best decision of your life. I'm over here a year now. Yeah, you too. God bless you. In, what is it? In 2021, I had my last sip of alcohol. Slipped up one other time with I went like half a drink, and I was just like, nah, ain't it. It ain't it. It's not what I want to be doing. Day after my dad died, I took 1 sip, and I was just like, so I guess it's been like 3 years since I had a tiny sip, but I have not been drunk since 2021 or even slightly buzzed since 2021, man, of February. And, sorry, not February, November. February is when I started my show. I was good. But so November 2021, that Thanksgiving, I remember sipping wine and just being like, what am I doing? It was now just November 2025. So 4 years clean for me. Feels like forever. And now when I go to events, when I go places, I just say no, you know, and there's always someone asking me if I want a drink or here's a drink or we're going, and I just say no. Yesterday I went to BitcoinDay.io. The ticket was $300. So a lot of the cost of that ticket was an open bar after it. What did I do? I left. I left at 4:30, 4:45. The open bar was at 5:30. And I remember him saying, he was like, I know, and they talked about how one woman was like, I'm alcohol free. It was all about health and Bitcoin and bettering yourself. There was a lot of health talk. And then next thing you know, they're like, oh, well, we are going to give you drinks. It's just so funny, man. Anyway, I love each and every one of you. Stay blessed, stay amazing. This is an ascending cup and handle. Previous support has resistance. There's a chance we do get a massive short squeeze back to 1022, and it changes the entire scenario. We get back to 100K, people are going to be like, and they're all going to wish they listened to the lifer, man. All the people that left the trading group these last few years that just decided they couldn't hang. Sad, man. I got a lot of great reviews. A lot of people learned. A lot of people pushed themselves, but a lot of people failed, man. They chased leverage. They didn't listen. They didn't DCA spot. They had a fast get rich mentality. Instead of just deciding that, hey, DCA, a slow DCA into Bitcoin, slow DCA into Solana, like Solana. 5 years from now, it could be $1,000. That's a 5x. You start DCAing now and you wait 5 years, you 5x your money. 50K to 250. Maybe, but in 5 years, I only make 250K. People complain, man. And maybe it's faster. You never know. But have a plan and just keep going. Every time you think it's going to be quick, you'll get disappointed when it's not quick. If you believe it's going to take a while, it's going to take a while, and then you're just going to be right on time. So I'm not saying you can't make money fast. Anything can happen, but just be careful. I would wait till 6 p.m. to open up a trade, or if you want, you can speculate on the fact that at 6 p.m. there will be a short squeeze. But that's up to you. I like to wait it out. My first big trade usually will be Monday night if I'm going to trade, so... Watch BlackRock ETFs. Oh, we're hanging with the lifer, the right crew. Amen. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. I am jumping on out of here. Going to spend the day with my kids. Not going to stare at the charts. I love you. I appreciate you. I suggest you do the same. Enjoy your Sunday. Worst day to be trading. So I love you all. Stay blessed. Stay amazing. But you guys are going to do whatever you want. I see it. You do whatever you want anyway. And you'll be trading all day. It is what it is on low volume. But hey. I can't force people to do stuff. I can only tell you what I'm doing, and you can go from there. I love you, and I appreciate you. A couple of my friends were heavy into Bitcoin, and they couldn't handle it. Yeah, I know a lot of people like that. Like, 30 grand, 50 grand. I understood the volatility around 5, when it was $800 to $1,000. So by the time it was 10 grand, I was ready. And so I've been poised and ready for this. I just keep buying more Bitcoin, period. Like, I just don't. There's really nothing else to be doing here. Right? You do you, I'll do me. So here we go. Let's buy a little more BTC, shall we? I think we shall. Yeah. Every day I buy more Bitcoin, it's a good day. Right? So in 2006, I joined an internet radio show. I was on 7 hours a day, 5 days a week. I respect what you do. That's so cool, man. Defund the shorts. I love you, bro. Thank you for saying that. That's cool. Stuff like that. I like that. I like that. God bless you, bro. Thank you. That's awesome. Yeah, it's not easy, right? Every single day, and you got to come up with what to say. You got to keep people energized. You got to be positive, right? So hold on. Let me just make a transfer here. Let's do a transfer over here from... Yep. We're going to buy about, what? Let's buy about $3,500 more BTC today, right? If you do that every day, I mean, in 10 days, you have a half a Bitcoin, right? I mean, like, in 20 days, you got a Bitcoin almost. So, let me make sure I got the fund over here. So, here we go. And, it's not easy to put money away. Like, I'm never going to be able to see this money. I'm not going to buy Lamborghinis. I'm not going to buy jewelry. Nobody's going to know I'm rich. See, that's the thing about Bitcoin. Nobody knows you're not flossing. You see what I'm saying? Nobody can see this wealth. You're going to use it on the back end on time as collateral. This will be collateral for my daughter one day to borrow money from. Like, she'll have money from her dad you know what I mean? So people don't realize, man. So we'll buy $3K worth of BTC. And I put my money where my mouth is. I don't play. And everyone said, what if it goes to 57? What if it goes to 48? Okay, I'll keep doing the same thing. I'll get better prices. That'll appreciate in value. You see what I'm saying? I'm not stressing it. Like, this has worked for me for a long time. I'm going to continue to do so. And I have an edge on most people because I've been buying Bitcoin for 10 years. So I believe the people Bitcoin that start buying Bitcoin now, 10 years from now, will have an edge on people again. But again, this is what I believe. You have to believe it too. You can't just do what I'm doing, because if you don't believe in it, it's not going to work for you. Understand? Sorry, I just bought Bitcoin live and you guys didn't see it, but I did. Let me show you it. I bought $3,500 worth of BTC right there. It's unfilled right now. I thought it was filled. It didn't get filled just yet. It's waiting in 95,134. It'll go through. And that's going to be 0.032 Bitcoin. $3,000. You know how many people will never buy $3,000 worth of Bitcoin today? They just don't. They won't get themselves to do it. And I just went to a Bitcoin conference yesterday. It was all about Bitcoin. And I want to prove to you guys that this is it. So that's how I'm going to be even wealthier in 10 years. Like, simple. I don't know what else to tell you. I love you. I appreciate you all. Stay amazing. Stay fresh. Keep pushing. I wouldn't spend the day in the chart. Spend the day outside. Do something. You can prepare for the week. Get ready. We'll be back tonight for the weekly candle close. We're going to look at the Forex factory. We're going to tell you what's happening. We're going to tell you the hours and what's going down. So I love you. 6 kids, 10 grandkids for Sunday dinner. I am blessed. That sounds amazing. You are blessed. I hope I get there, man. And I have that much coming to me when I'm that old. Bitcoin is sound hard money with a fixed supply. No government can print it out of thin air. There's so many reasons why Bitcoin is going to last. All the other currencies do not stand the test of time to Bitcoin. Period. Okay? I love you all. I appreciate you. I'll see you tonight. Stay emotionally, keep your emotions out of the trades, man. Keep pushing. Believe in yourself. You can, you will. You are the best. You've got this. I love you. I appreciate you. I thank each and every one of you for showing up tirelessly to support me. Shout out to Bitcoin Bill and everyone that throws down. And dear Lord, thank you for everything you've given me as I continue to persevere through the ups and downs of these markets. Everyone, I love you. I'll see you on the flip side tonight. The Texans suck. Patriots for life.